I'm glad you're here. Everybody wants to know, why'd you walk away from $50 million?
I wasn't walking away from the money. I was walking away from the circumstances.
Dave Chappelle walked away from $50 million. You said it was more. Tell the story.
That's right.
I'm gonna let you tell it.
No, you're the
No,
best.
I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You've proven it here today. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Dave Chappelle just dropped a bombshell. He exposed a secret $50 million contract that required people to join Diddy's wild parties. And here's the craziest part. According to rumors, no baby oil was allowed, and you had to handle things dry. Even though Diddy was arrested months ago, comedians like Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle are still calling him out. When Dave speaks on Diddy, the internet pays attention, and this time, it's messier than ever. In a recent SNL skit, Dave sat on a stool, cigarette in hand, and tackled the scandal head-on. He started his monologue with his usual mix of jokes and sharp commentary, talking about wildfires and other news before turning to Diddy's alleged parties. He even joked about people asking why he was invited, making it sound like Hollywood had a secret he wasn't in on.
Carl Winslow from Family Matters was there, and I wasn't invited? It's worse than I thought. Or maybe I'm not ugly. I mean, look at my face. This is not necessarily a handsome.
Without getting too graphic, Dave made it clear just how wild these parties were. It was a bold move, perfectly timed to keep the spotlight on the allegations against Diddy.
I'm glad they didn't call me though, because the stories that come out about it are crazy. I saw one thing on the internet, so I'm not sure this is true. Probably doubt it's true, but I saw it. Some guy who said he knew Puffy, like, yeah, man. He's like, I was at the freak off one time and I went in the back.
Cat Williams also spoke about being approached by Diddy for one of his wild parties. He claimed he was offered $200 million, split into 4 payments of $50 million, but there's a catch. He'd have to do something he wasn't comfortable with. According to him, this same offer has been made to others in the industry, and while some refused, others allegedly went along with it.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin I was telling you about. Right.
One name that always comes up in these discussions is Dave Chappelle. Back in 2005, he was at the peak of his career. Chappelle's show was a huge success, and he was one of the biggest names in comedy. But suddenly, he disappeared, leaving Hollywood and heading to South Africa. Fans were shocked, rumors spread like wildfire, and the media made it seem like he had lost his mind. But here's the thing. When Dave finally returned, he hinted at the real reasons he left in interviews with Oprah and Letterman. He talked about feeling intense pressure and suggested that powerful people were trying to control him. Now, with Diddy facing serious charges and new allegations about his parties, people are starting to connect the dots.
It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14. I've heard the stories, seen these kinds of things play out in front of me. I mean, you see it before. Look at Mariah Carey.
Many believe that Dave was also offered the infamous $50 million deal to attend Diddy's parties, and when he refused, Hollywood turned against him. The timing of his sudden disappearance seems to fit this theory, and his cryptic comments over the years have only added to the speculation. Fans are now suggesting that Dave has been exposing Diddy's behavior for years, just without saying his name directly. A key example is the infamous Chappelle's Show skit about Diddy, Cambodia, and breast milk. At the time, it seemed like just another over-the-top joke, poking fun at the extremes Diddy would supposedly go to for luxury. But now, with Diddy facing serious allegations, including human trafficking, that skit doesn't feel so random anymore. It feels like a calculated warning.
Not working like a team. I got to shut the studio down, yo. All right, the only way I open the studio up now, y'all got to walk uptown to the Bronx and get breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant. I only drink the finest breast milks.
And then, of course, there's the baby oil. As many already know, when authorities raided Diddy's home, They reportedly found 1,000 bottles of it, setting the internet on fire. People believe it wasn't just there for decoration, but was allegedly used for his infamous parties. And if there's anyone who wouldn't let that slide without a joke, it's Dave Chappelle.
I'm telling you, this is true. I can't remember a single time I ever threw an empty bottle of baby oil in the trash.
Dave didn't stop there, though. He joked that he's glad Diddy got arrested before the LA wildfires reached the stash of baby oil. But then things take a darker turn. Some conspiracy theories suggest that Diddy is connected to those wildfires, with claims that the fires were intentionally set to destroy evidence. And then there's the alleged leaked tape where Diddy is heard telling his son to get rid of pizza boxes. That one line has raised a lot of eyebrows, with many believing it's coded language for destroying incriminating items.
All the boxes, okay? Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah.
There's even speculation that the baby oil wasn't just for what people might expect. Allegedly, those parties involved GHB, a known date rape drug, rumored to be used to stimulate attendees during these events. On top of that, there are rumors that celebrities caught up in these situations were offered $50 million contracts, but at the cost of their dignity.
That wasn't the thing. It wasn't, people say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened.
And having baby oil is not illegal. They don't remind you about that part. That's the least harmful thing I read in that doc. He just used the wrong lube, I think. If he used Crisco, he would have got away with it.
Chappelle's recent jokes, especially with all the rumors flying around, seem like more than just comedy. It feels like he's dropping subtle hints about something much deeper. The internet is going crazy with reactions to Dave's shocking comments. One person said they always knew they couldn't break him, pointing to his refusal to wear a dress for a movie scene, a stand he took years ago. If he wouldn't bend on that, they argued, there's no way he'd compromise his morals for something even worse. Another user added, if you can't be bought with $50 million, you're not going to sell out for it. Then someone else brought up 50 Cent, who also turned down Diddy's offers, raising the question, who else was approached but said no? So, what do you think? Do you believe Dave's refusal to bow down to Hollywood's pressures made him a target? And how deep do you think the rabbit hole goes with Diddy's alleged parties? Are we about to see more big names exposed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, make sure to check out the next video on your end screen for even more wild stories straight from the streets. You won't want to miss what's coming next.